So AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, did an Instagram live stream thing yesterday where she kind of talked about some of the really horrible and traumatic experiences that she had during that, attempted coup or insurrection. What was it, back on January 6th at the Capitol building? And it's pretty, intense and obviously very vivid, for her, that this trauma. And then I guess at some point she also revealed, she had been sexually assaulted at some point, and it's really disgusting to see people on the left for criticizing her for talking about either of those things. Frankly, it's amazing for her to see her franchise her grief in this way and really share, with the world what happened during that attempted coup and insurrection, where they were very close to potentially killing and assassinating, quite a few members of Congress. And it's really disgusting to see people on the left try to poke fun at AOC or criticize her for doing this or whatever. Like, that's just disgusting. That's gross. And somebody had made the point, she's probably not going to see your, disgusting comments or your, victim shaming stuff, but somebody in your life will, somebody who has been a survival of, sexual assault, abuse, or rape might see that. So get your shit together, people, especially if you consider yourself a leftist. Like, show some fucking humanity for AOC. And again, completely fine to criticize her on her policies, when she doesn't advocate for the working class in certain ways, or when she kowtows to, the Democratic Party's imperialism or any of that stuff. But like that's one thing, but calling her out or criticizing her for sharing these very traumatic moments and experiences from her life, that's a whole nother, and that's completely disgusting, and nobody should be doing that.
Here, and the bathroom door starts going like this. Like, the bathroom door's behind me, or rather in front of me, and I'm like this, and the door hinges right here, and I just hear, "Where is she? Where is she?" And this was the moment where I thought everything was over. And the weird thing about moments like these is that you lose all sense of time. In retrospect, maybe it was 4 seconds, maybe it was 5 seconds, maybe it was 10 seconds, maybe it was 1 second. I don't know. It felt like my brain was able to have so many thoughts in
It's like
that
that
moment,
fight or flight response,
between these screams and these yells of, "Where is she? Where is she?" And so I go down and I thought I was going to die.
Wow, that is nuts, man.
And I had a lot of thoughts. You have a lot of thoughts, I think, when you're in a situation like that. And like, also one of those thoughts that I had was, I just happened to, be a spiritual person and be raised in that context. And I really just felt like, if this is the plan for me, then people will be able to take it from here. I had a lot of thoughts, but that was the thought that I had about you all. I felt that if this was the journey that my life was taking, that I felt that things were going to be okay.
Yeah, so I don't know why anybody would feel the need to criticize her for doing that. All she was doing is sharing her very traumatic, what was in actuality a near-death experience, and she thought she was, as she said in that clip, moments away from possibly dying, and she kind of tapped into her spiritual roots at that point, because it was really a like this is it, like I'm going to be meeting, you know, Jesus or my Lord and Savior, or, you know, what have you. And then this is Katie Porter talking about it. She was with AOC at some point on that day.
Just how deep Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez's fears were at that time.
Well, at first, she saw me, and we waved. I went into my office, and a couple seconds later, she knocked, and she said, could we come in? And I said, of course. And she began to, her staffer was trying to describe what had happened. And Alex is really usually like unfailingly polite,
call her Alex.
And very personable. And she wasn't even really talking to me. She was opening up doors, and I was like, can I help you? Like, what are you looking for? And she said, I'm looking for where I'm going to hide. And the thing that will always stay with me, the two memories that really, especially as a mom, I think were just really powerful for me, was when she said, I was saying, well, don't worry, I'm a mom, I'm calm, I've got everything here we need, we could live for like a month in this office. And she said, I just hope I get to be a mom, I hope I don't die today. And the second thing is she was wearing heels. And I remember her saying to me, I was wearing flats, and I remember her saying to me, I knew I shouldn't have worn heels. How am I going to run? And we went and we found her a pair of sneakers to wear from one of my staffers so that she could run if she needed to literally run for her life.
How long did the fear of losing life hold?
So pretty gnarly, pretty intense. And then some people are trying to downplay or disparage her for doing so, and I just find that so disgusting and gross. Again, completely fine and understandable to call out any politician when they don't do the bidding of the working class or fail to follow through with what they campaigned on, or when they're beholden to the Democratic establishment, things like that. Yes, criticize away. That's completely justified. There's no reason to talk shit about AOC for sharing and opening up about this highly traumatic and depressing incident where, she was in fear for her life because she could hear them like saying like, we're going to kill you. And yeah, it's just really sickening to see people on the supposed left or progressives trying to minimize what AOC or other Congress people went through. They're the human beings at the end of the fucking day. We can have sympathy and compassion for them when horrible shit like this happens, and that's one thing. But there's no reason to not extend that empathy and compassion to AOC and other Congress people when they deserve it. So those are my thoughts. Leave yours down below. Subscribe for more content. Like the video if you like the damn video. All part of the people. Peace. Much love.